Now that we're into 2024, a common practice is a lot of times people make New Year's resolutions. They have new goals, things that they want to achieve. And we're about a week into it now, and it's so easy to get discouraged. And my message this week is, don't be the reason somebody quits on their New Year's resolution. And what I mean by that is a lot of people on New Year's, it's a traditional thing, they have various resolutions that they come up with. Maybe they want to lose weight this year. Maybe they want to get more physically fit or take up martial arts. Maybe they want to take their first college class and go back to school. Or maybe, they want to start up this business idea, this small business that they've been dreaming about doing for years, and they decided, man, this is the year I'm going to do it. And it's so easy to get discouraged, because there's obstacles that are always going to come in your way. No matter what goal you set, it's so easy to get discouraged. And I say all that to not just for the person that's setting these goals, but for your friends and family members, for those that are around you. I'm talking to you to say, hey, don't be the reason somebody quits on their New Year's resolution. Encourage your friends, your family members, or like if somebody comes into the gym and they're coming in for their first class, that's very intimidating. And they've shown a lot of courage just to step in for their first class. And of course they're going to be awkward. Like, you go in, you try to do the warm-ups, it's like it's all foreign. Maybe you're not in the best shape. You feel like, oh, I'm the most awkward person ever that ever tried a jiu-jitsu class. But the truth is you're not. The very first jiu-jitsu class I ever did, I was awkward. And chances are, everybody that does their very first jiu-jitsu class is awkward. Same thing, you go to the gym and you're thinking, man, I'm gonna get into lifting weights this year. Well, not all the machines have instructions on them, like sometimes you see those funny videos on gym fails, but the thing is people go in and they don't know how to use the machine, and then they end up using it wrong and they get made fun of. And that could be a reason that a person quits and gives up on their dream of getting more physically fit, because they say, oh, I went to the gym and they laughed at me. I didn't know how to use the equipment. Nobody helped me. And so if you see a new jiu-jitsu person come into the school, trying their first class or their second class, try to help them with the movements. Encourage them. It's like, they seem to be embarrassed about their awkwardness. Be like, you know what? I felt awkward too on my first classes. It's not a big deal. So that little bit of encouragement could be the difference between whether that person sticks with their New Year's resolution or gives it up. The same thing with small business. If that person wants to open up a small business, don't be that person that's like, oh, that's a terrible idea. That'll never work. I can list hundreds of small business ideas that are now big businesses that had somebody presented that idea to me and said, Sa, do you think this idea will work? I'd be like, no, there's no way that'll work. And now it's a big multi-million-dollar business. And I could have been the discouragement had I been a confidant of that person, a confidant of that person who was starting the business, and discouraged them from doing it, and it would have never got off the ground. One of my friends, Dan C. Bearded, his name's Daniel Command, he decided to retire from teaching and become a full-time YouTube content creator. And he gives beard advice. Phenomenal channel. So if you go to Dan C. Command on YouTube, wonderful channel. He made the decision last year to be a full-time content creator, to retire from teaching and be a full-time content creator. And I know there was people telling him, hey, that's a terrible idea. That's not going to work. Stick with teaching, stick with what's known. But Dan made that leap of faith and became a content creator, and he's very successful at it now. I remember when I was getting ready to retire from the military, people are like, Saad, you have a master's degree from Baylor University. You've got all these job offers that you can make, really good money, and you're just going to run a martial arts school? You're just going to run a little small business? That's not such a good idea. And I had friends and family members that would give me that were like, saying things like that to me. And that could have discouraged me. Instead, I've been successfully running Semper Fortis Jiu Jitsu for almost 8 years now. And I love it. I go to work every day. I love what I do. But had people discourage me and had I listened to discouragement, because fortunately, the people I listened to were like my wife, who encouraged me, and it was like, yes, we can do this small business. And we did it. And we've been very successful at it. And we love the life we have. So think of your loved ones, whether they're in martial arts, whether it's physical fitness, dieting, starting a small business, going back to school, whatever their goals are. Be encouraging. Don't be the reason somebody quits on their New Year's resolution. And that is this week's question of the week, message of the week. Ciao.